My brother kept jump scaring me for years, then I got back at him so bad he cried. So, when my brother and I were young, he was about 7 and I was 10, he found out that I was very easily scared. The slightest sudden noise could make me jump out of my skin and get a scream from me. This would usually manifest in him hiding behind things and popping out with a loud boo. And he would get me every time. It got so bad that I was scared to even walk the halls of my house. After a couple years of this, my parents stepped in and told him to cut it out. It definitely slowed down, but he would do the occasional spook and get me. That is until one fateful night in 2012. My family and I were big fans of Doctor Who, and it had entered its 6th series and introduced a new monster, the Silence. For those who don't know, the Silence looked like somewhat generic grey aliens in a nice 3-piece suit. The catch was that every time a character would look away from the alien, they'd forget about it. So what the characters would do is put tally marks on their forearms and face whenever they see one. It was a very good idea for a monster and wonderfully executed in those first 2 episodes. During the 2nd episode, there's a character in an abandoned orphanage and she's looking out the window, lightning strikes and her face and arms are full of tally marks. It's a very good scare. So good in fact, that I notice my brother is acting uneasy. So then I have an idea. A most horrible idea. A delightfully devilish idea. I asked my father to pause the episode because I needed to go to the bathroom. I lied. I didn't need to go to the bathroom. I grabbed a Sharpie and wrote a bunch of tally marks all over my face and arms. I was absolutely giddy. Then, with my game face on, I go back downstairs to the TV room. I turn on the lights. This makes my brother ask what was up and he turns his head to look at me. He starts freaking the fuck out. Like he was back crawling towards our dad. My dad asks what's wrong, looks at my face, and starts laughing his ass off. I act like nothing happened and got closer to my brother, feigning concern. That freaked him out even more. After my dad and I had our laughs, he told me to wash up. My brother couldn't continue the episode, so he runs to his room. My dad calls my mom and tells her that I finally got one over my bro. Nowadays there are no more pranks between me and my brother. He's graduating with his bachelor's degree and is one of my groomsmen in my wedding. He's a good man and I'm very proud of him and I love him very much.